Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
And Moses joins us on desk for First Look at Sports, and we begin with some news from the baseball world.
Hey, and it's a familiar name that's going to be around these parts. It's going to be returning to the majors. Not too bad. North Battleford's Andrew Albers has been called up by the Toronto Blue Jays. Yes, this is a guy who's set to make his debut tonight in Cleveland. Albers becomes the 5th Canadian to play for the Jays in 2015. 29-year-old has a 3.09 ERA and 12 strikeouts, while 6 walks in 4 starts with the AAA Buffalo Bisons. He'll be joining the bullpen that is in desperate need of arms. Of course, Albers last pitched in the majors back in 2013 with the Minnesota Twins. Now, the Saskatchewan Premier Baseball League season gets underway for the AAA Pirates, a team that has high hopes following an impressive first season.
This year the goal is pretty simple with the AAA group. It's to win provincials and go to nationals. That's kind of why we're all here, and I think if you talk to any one of the kids that was part of the team last year, that heartbreaking loss probably has them pretty motivated for this year.
Now, the Pirates were 1 out away from reaching the final last season, and with a stronger lineup in 2015, there's little doubt the Bucks will be contender this year.
I'd say compared to last year, this team is way ahead of schedule. We already had some outside games and got 4 games in. Everybody pitched a couple innings, and our bat's really good, and I'd say it's going really well so far.
This weekend will provide some challenges for the Pirates, who open up the campaign against the Saskatoon Cubs.
Unfortunately, we'll be missing a few of our academy kids still, so obviously probably one of our best hitters and our best infielder is going to be gone, and a couple outfielders. But it's great because a lot of other kids are going to get a chance to play early on in the season and get their first taste of AAA ball.
Now, first pitch for the double dip starts at 1 o'clock. The second game is at 3. Now, the best high school badminton players from Alberta will be in the border city this weekend as Lloydminster is hosting the provincial championship. Now, and for 2 local players from Lloyd Comp, they're looking to continue their success with another medal. Brett Morton reports.
Alyssa Wiebe and Clark Thompson have been mixed doubles partners for the past 3 seasons. They have made provincials and won medals the last 2 seasons and believe they have what it takes to win a 3rd.
We've played together so long, and no one else, that bond has brought us closer together, and we both want this really bad, and it'd be a great way to end your grade 12 year.
Just being able to play together for such a long time and practice together every single day, and we are good friends outside of badminton, outside of school, and so just that natural charismatic bond that we have kind of makes it easy to work together on court and play well as a team.
For head coach Darren McCarthy, coaching Alyssa and Clark has been a pleasant surprise.
It's been great, actually. They're kind of a dream come true for a coach to be able to work with and get them to where you want them to be.
Last year, the duo lost in the finals and brought home silver. They are using that experience as a learning tool to succeed this year.
Got ahead of ourselves in the final, and I think we just need to keep it collected and just remind ourselves that there are teams that can compete with us here, and just remain positive throughout the whole game, because when we're both positive and don't let anything affect us, we play really well together.
Both the players and coach have very high expectations for this weekend and are confident that they can bring home the gold medal.
Whenever we're down in a game, we know that we're never out of it. We can always come back and make sure that we win the game, right? Where sometimes we can be slow starters, and so we always just keep calm, keep composed, and we know that our shots and our style of game is going to bring us back into it most of the time.
If they're prepared to play, I think that capturing a gold is within their reach.
Brett Morton, Newcap Sports.
We'll stay with badminton and this time move to the Holy Rosary Raiders, who have 3 students competing at provincials. Their mixed doubles team was just formed this season and had a few games to work out the kinks in order to qualify.
It's been improved a lot, especially the first game. We lost and we did enough. We could play together, but look at us now. We're actually off to provincials.
Now, both players are used to playing singles and made the switch, but say having that experience helps them in the doubles game.
Definitely more endurance there. You definitely more competition in singles. You have to know where to place the birdie, so it helps in doubles.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, for the first time in 3 seasons, the Lloydminster Red Dogs have to take a real hard look at themselves in the mirror. A team that's known for perfection hasn't won a game since week 2. Now, sure, from the outside looking in, the Red Dogs might be a bunch of wounded, limping dogs, but as you'll see in our next report, that's definitely not the case.
the pressure isn't necessarily on us now because they've beat us. It should be on them because they beat us once. They figured they should beat us twice. So, we're going in there with nothing to lose as far as we're concerned, and we're pretty loose.
It's amazing what a game can do. After a 36-36 tie in the final contest of the regular season, the defending champions are relishing the role of an underdog ahead of their semifinal matchup with the Edmonton Chargers.
It gives us determination because it shows cities like Edmonton, they don't respect us, right? So if we go out there and we beat not only the players but the refs, it shows that we're even better.
We've really grown as a team, and I guess we kind of feel like we're being treated as the underdogs and we're just going to get mowed over on Saturday, but we're definitely going to come to play and hopefully come home with a W.
A message that is loud and clear.
You can't just show up and expect to win football games. It doesn't matter if you won last year because last year doesn't matter. You got to show up this year, be ready to play football all four quarters, and that'll win you football games.
It's really just going to help us out. We know what we're doing. We know what we're capable of, and hopefully, they don't, I guess you could say that.
The key for the Red Dogs is to pound the rock, and with their O-line, they can spell high offense for the Dogs.
If you establish a running game, it's going to move those guys into the box a bit on defense, and then we can stretch them out with the pass. So, yeah, hopefully we can move the ball on the ground for sure.
Moving to lacrosse now, the Civic Center will be home for the sport this summer, that is, as the Lloydminster Extreme gets set to play in the new confines. On Saturday, the team will be hoping for a better result than their first 2 games of the season. Nerman Issa has more in this report.
I think the kids are excited to play in front of a hometown crowd. We've been playing in Kitscoty the last couple of years, so I think it'll be good. I think a lot more friends and family are going to be showing up, so I think they're really excited about it.
The Civic Center is now home sweet home for the Lloydminster Extreme as they say goodbye to games in Kitscoty.
Well, us Kitscoty guys, we love to play in Kitscoty, but I guess new arena, new fans, hopefully. It's going to be a lot better, especially getting more atmosphere.
Well, the team will look to put on a show for its newest fans this weekend. It's their play so far that has the coach concerned. The team is 0 for 2 to start the season. Now they've been outscored 21-8. Head coach Graham Murray attributes the slow start to some growing pains as there are about a dozen new faces on the roster.
Our offense is struggling due to our defense not being able to get the ball over. And last couple of games we had some issues getting the ball out, and that's in our transition game. And that's simply just being able to work the ball around. We dropped far too many passes and gave up far too many odd man chances. Honestly, it's just fundamentals. As soon as the get-go, right off the bench, you could tell everyone's nervous, especially having a lot of new players. That's probably 85% of us never even played a junior game. So it's kind of hard to cope with that, but I think during the season it'll get a lot better.
The Extreme will have a chance for some payback as they take on the Westlock Rock again. They were on the wrong end of a 10-3 loss in their opening game last week.
Yeah, I want to beat them, but I just got to worry about fundamentals. That comes and loose balls, and we should give them a go.
Nerman Issa, Newcap Sports.
Now you can catch the lacrosse action at the Civic Center Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Moving on now to the Alberta Cup in Canmore. Team Northeast opened the tournament with a loss yesterday, so short memories were needed as they geared up for a morning tilt taking on Team Central, who are also looking for their first win. Local boy Ty Smith opened the scoring for Northeast. Damon Zimmer got the game winner as they earned their first W of the tourney, 3-2 the final. Northeast is currently in action facing Calgary North in their final round robin contest. And that is all the time we have in sports. We'll have more Newcap news and weather for you coming up after the break.